It was December 1996, a bitter winter in the Bavarian forest. The logger set out early that day, alone, eager to finish the last job before the holidays. Trudging through snow-covered trails, he left his unimog parked on the path's edge, its frost-covered body blending into the isolated, silent landscape. From his years in the forest, he knew its sounds, its smells. But today, it was different. Not a bird, not a creature stirred, only an eerie, hollow silence wrapped the forest, broken only by the occasional creak of snow-laden branches. He felt as if something unseen was watching, lurking in the shadows. Determined to complete his work, he marked tree after tree, paint leaving red streaks across the bark. The terrain was treacherous, steep, and slick with wet snow. Suddenly, he noticed strange carvings etched into a few trunks, 3 horizontal lines, slashed through by a vertical mark. The markings felt fresh, almost purposeful, stirring an unexplainable fear within him. Finally, he approached the first tree to cut. His chainsaw roared to life, breaking the oppressive quiet. The forest seemed to shrink around him, and each breath he took grew colder, tighter. But he was resolved to finish, to break free from the forest's silent grip. As he sliced into the tree, a horrific sound tore through the air, a scream, high and human, as if he were cutting into flesh. He stumbled back, heart pounding. His horror only deepened when thick red sap, dark like blood, began to pour from the well. The markings, the scream, the blood. He was no longer alone in the forest. Paralyzed with terror, he dropped the chainsaw and ran, leaving everything behind. He slipped and stumbled, racing through the snow, with the trees' screams echoing after him. The trees around him loomed like dark, judging figures, closing in as he fled, haunted by the unnatural wails. Reaching his unimog, he scrambled inside, hands shaking as he jammed the keys into the ignition. He dared a glance back at the forest, half expecting to see some twisted form emerging. As the engine roared to life, he sped away, leaving the forest and its haunting cry behind. At the sawmill that evening, he sat alone. The echo of the scream forever burned into his memory. He knew he could never return to that place. As the snow continued to fall, he made a decision, one that would change his life. Days later, he took a new job, vowing never to step foot in those haunted woods again.